Hello everybody, Mayor Dan Tolan here. Hope everybody's doing good, healthy and happy. Hope everybody's enjoying our typical western Wisconsin summer. I know one thing, I ain't gonna complain. I've been waiting 6 long winter months for this. Hopefully everybody is taking advantage of our parks and trails throughout the city. Not to mention, I hope we're getting out and doing some kayaking or fishing on the Kenny. We have to remember there's a lot to see in River Falls. We're very lucky to live in a place with ample, convenient access to safe outdoor activities. So remember, that's all yours to enjoy and appreciate, so get out and do it. Now let's catch up on some numbers from COVID. This week I am adding the current cases in addition to the total cases for the counties and state. I am also adding the activity level assigned by the state to each county. For more about what it all means, please visit our webpage on your screen below. In slide 1, you'll see what is happening in Pierce County. Currently there are 29 active cases, which is an increase of 14 from last week. You can see the total number of cases at now are 110, and that the county's activity level is high. In slide 2, in St. Croix County, there are 158 active cases. That's an increase of 47 cases from last week for a total of 301. Like Pierce County, St. Croix County's activity level is also high. You also notice that unfortunately we have experienced one more death in the county. One thing I've heard is that these numbers are higher because there has been more testing. Actually, in Pierce County, testing numbers have decreased slightly, and St. Croix County testing has been up a little. So part of the reasons for the increase in numbers is the fact that there are just more people out and about and not practicing all of the safety guidelines that are recommended. In slide 3, you will see that there are nearly 7,450 active cases in the state, with a total of 820 deaths statewide. In the past, I have talked about our gating criteria. Along with our county health officials, we continue to monitor our gating criteria and the status of them, particularly the decreases in COVID-like cases reported in the state, as well as adequate hospital capacity statewide. On the last slide, on slide 4, I want to share some of our local and regional criteria, which will continue to be refined moving forward. They include adequate supplies of PPEs for city staff, our area's testing capacity, public health capabilities for contact tracing, and the number of hospital beds available for COVID-19 cases within the Wisconsin portion of our region. You can see that we are good in all of these areas right now. By now I'm sure that everyone has seen that a few of our local businesses have been affected by positive COVID cases. We all like to say any of our businesses have to close because of this. I know that those businesses that have experienced recent closures have been working very closely with public health officers to implement guidelines and procedures to further protect their workers, their patrons, and our community. Of course, you can help our businesses stay open and operating by following some simple health guidelines, including washing your hands and practicing social distancing. And when you can't do that, please wear a mask. So now let's talk about wearing masks a little bit. I have received a number of calls and emails from residents requesting that we issue a mandate that masks be worn in all public places. I want you to know that we have been monitoring this issue very carefully and keeping a close eye on the handful of Wisconsin municipalities who have passed or are considering masking ordinances. The council will discuss masking options at the July 28th meeting. As always, the public is welcome and invited to be heard. Even the communities passing ordinances have concerns about the practicality of enforcing them. I personally don't think it is easy as just passing a mask ordinance and expecting that everything will improve. But I am open to listening and discussing with the City Council on steps we can take. I continue to believe that we need the members of our community to decide for themselves that taking the simple steps of wearing a mask and practicing social distancing can help make sure our businesses can stay open and we can get our schools open throughout the whole upcoming school years. Due to the high virus activity level for our counties, the library board met last night and decided not to move forward with opening the library to walk-in service for now. I think this was a thoughtful and measured response to our current situation, and I commend the board for their decision. I know our library is the heart of our community, an important place for both learning and interacting. We will continue to work with our county health officers and library staff and the board moving forward. In the meantime, please continue to utilize the library's curbside and online services. There are still many virtual resources and activities to keep the whole family busy this summer. Before I sign off, I want to give you a couple more city updates. Even during this pandemic, I'm happy to tell you that housing, economic development, and infrastructure projects continue to move forward throughout the city. To see the latest activity, visit riverfalls.org/development map. This relatively new mapping program will take you on an interactive tour of building and remodeling projects throughout the city. For best results, I suggest that you view the program on your desktop computer or something with a good sized screen. Lastly, I want to share that the city has signed the final contract approving Alliant Health Services as our new EMS and ambulance provider. I'd like to thank our staff for 2 years of hard work making this difficult but necessary decision. I also want to thank them and the EMS Advisory Board for working to create a contract that retains the quality and quantity of our current services while adding new services that we could only get with a larger organization. I look forward to a smooth transition as we reach our January 1st, 2021 contract implementation date. So until next time, everybody be safe and happy. And if you have any questions, comments, please don't hesitate. dtoland@rfcity.org. And I will talk to you all soon. Thank you. Bye.